Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mark Loeffler Experience. Finally, I'm doing my Tesla video. I'm gonna talk to you about why I bought a Tesla, how I'm gonna pay for it, how I'm really not gonna spend any of my own money. Actually, I'm gonna make money by owning a Tesla. So if you're interested about learning how to make money by owning a car, it's easier with an electric vehicle right now. I'm gonna talk about that right off the beginning and then go into the rest of it. As you can see up on the screen, my total purchase price of the Tesla Model X was $131,480. That's all in. I haven't taken in any consideration of a trade-in or anything like that. I'm not putting any money down. I'm going to do zero money down. It's already been approved, 2.35%. It's free money. And my monthly payment on that is $2,216.40. Now, I know a lot of you people out there are going to say, well, Mark, you've told us not to get car payments. Well, that is true and not true. If I was 20 years old, I didn't have a big investment portfolio, do I recommend you go get a $2,200 car loan? Heck no. I recommend you go buy a $5,000 vehicle that's totally serviceable, well, as cheap as you can get, that's totally serviceable, that does your needs and doesn't cost you $2,000 a month. And you take that $2,000 a month and you put that into a retirement account or to an investment or to buying property. Yet, when you get to my age, middle age, I would assume most people would say, I'm not having a midlife crisis yet. Here we are. I take the payments and I'm going to show you what I do with that. But first off, why is this car, how is this car going to pay me? The government of Canada will allow a tax write-off in the first year of me owning this vehicle of $55,000. So obviously I don't get to write off the 100% of that loan, but I get $55,000 plus I get any HST and GST or any sales tax up to $55,000 back on that as well if you're in a business. So obviously I'm a real estate agent. In my business, I need a car to operate. So you can use this incentive. It's from 2019 to 2024 or until all the money runs out in there. They're going to pay me 50% of $55,000, so $27,500. So I'm just going to do a little spreadsheet here. All right, so I get $7,500 back from the government, right? Because we live in Canada and we pay 50% in tax. Sorry, guys. It just is what it is. The people who suggested in my last video that we go to communism, I don't think it's going to get any better that way either. But again, good luck to you. Yeah, that was an interesting conversation. So if you're watching this, I do appreciate all the comments, and I do find some of them quite funny, and that the Marxist, I don't even remember what the comment was, but I do get a good chuckle out of some of them. So thank you everybody who takes the time to comment. So, and then on $55,000, our tax rate is 13%. So decimal 013. So I get another, whoops. So I get another $7,150 that I get rebated from the government on this vehicle, plus my purchase price of this vehicle was $131,480. Okay, so this is what, if I had paid cash, I would have been $131,480. 480, right? Basically, I'm just going to add all these up. So $166,130 is basically what I'm going to use, and I'm going to go invest $166,130. So I went through that super quick. I just want to be a little bit clear about, and then I'm going to show you how this vehicle is going to pay me more than I'm going to pay. So just want to be very clear. So there's a government incentive, $55,000. I can write that off because I own a small business. And because my marginal tax rate is right around 50%, I'm going to get $27,500 back from the government on my taxes, or something I don't have to pay I don't have to pay, right? Also, I'm going to get PST GST, which is HST, back on $55,000, which is 13%, $7,150. And then obviously my purchase price, which I would have just paid cash for at one point in my life. Now, obviously, hoping to teach you guys this as well, but being smarter with this, I got a 2.35% interest rate on the loan, and my payment again is just over $2,200 a month, but my purchase price is $131,480. What I'm going to do is, instead of paying cash, I'm going to take this money that I've saved and not paid for it, and I'm going to go invest that to pay me at least $2,000 a month so that I can cover the cost. I know if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you've seen that I do options trading. If you follow me on Instagram, you see that I post my trades with some regularity up there. And you can see that I do naked puts and covered calls. So to make this happen, so to get the 22, let's call it 2250 per month on 166,000, we can just do a very simple calculation of what return I need to get a month. 2250 divided by 166, 130. So I need to get a return of about 1.4%. 1.35% is what I need to do. So 1.35%, like I said. So let's go to Yahoo Finance. And Lisa, this is what I was talking about when I was talking to you. So let's pick a stock. Let's pick Apple. Okay? So Apple's sitting at $124. Obviously, it pays a small dividend, which, I think, what is it? Well, it's 0.7% a year. Who knows if they're going to raise that, but it really doesn't matter to us because we're not in this for the dividend. Basically, what I'm going to do is I want to sell naked puts or covered call. So I need to make 1.35% a month. So today is June 4th. I go out 5-6 weeks because this is where you get the most theta. Time decay is basically what I'm betting on. I'm insuring a stock at a certain price, and I'm betting that it doesn't go below that, and that even if it does, the time decay is going to be enough that I'm just going to make money anyways, which happens a lot more than you'd think. So to go ahead and make my 1.35% a month, I'm probably going to have to sell a $120 put on Apple. We can see that obviously Apple's been below 120. This was in the election time frame. It went up to 145-ish. It's come down to 116 this year, but it's basically been hovering between $120 and $135 all year. So I would be comfortable owning Apple at $120 because if I did get assigned it, well, I would get a little bit of a dividend, but what I would get is I would get the ability to write a call at $120. So as long as it stayed above $110, I could write calls on it at $120 and get paid 1.35% a month, which is my only goal with this strategy. Now, I'm going to share with you, there's a lot more volatile stocks out there I can get 2, 3, 4% a month on, but I like to be conservative. So like the other day, we can just go ahead and we can look up Visa, right? So we can come do a call on or a put on Visa. There's lots of different options here, everyone. But we see on Visa, we can go ahead and we can get 1.5% for a July 16th 220 call, and Visas are at 230 right now. And like we can go again and look at the chart and see that, you know, obviously Visa's been a little bit more up and down. It's probably why it's paying a little bit better. You know, here's the election dip. Here's the run up after. We had that February dip. So it is a little bit more volatile. And, you know, so here's what's going to happen. Visa is a good reopening play, I think. I mean, people are going to go ahead and buy cruises, airline. And, you know, we're so conditioned now. Everything is just going to be on Visa. We want the points. We want to get it done. So I think Visa is going to do very well in reopening. So I wouldn't even mind going 225 on a thing. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that the other day I posted, I did a 220 for July 16th, and I got paid $3.84. If we come do that quick math, 3.84 divided by 220. So I'm getting 1.75%. If you haven't watched my videos on some of the options that I've been doing, or you don't follow the Theta guys or Cody Ye or Mikey Alano on Invest Like Mike, you know that I don't always hold these through to closing. So for instance, on this thing, I have a couple rules. If that decays 30% in one day, so if I bought it or sold it at 384 and it goes to, I don't know what that is, about 290, 30%, I will buy it back. On something like this, if I get 50% of the premium, I will buy it back. So 384, so it's $1.92. Once it hits $1.92, I will buy it back, which means I'm out of that position and I can take that money and reuse it. So maybe I only make 8.75, but I make it in 2 weeks. So then I can go ahead and sell another put either on Visa or Apple, whatever it is, and I can be making more money. So instead of making that 1.75, maybe I make 2.1, right? And what this allows me to do is on $166,130, if I make 1.75%, I'm paying for my car, I'm paying for the insurance. I don't have to pay for gas anymore, which is nice. At the end of the day, when I've paid that car off, I still have $166,130. And if I've done it right, I actually have more. Do you want a free car? Like if you have the money to put down for a car like this, and it's not your last $100,000. Like this is you substantial assets. If it's your last $100,000, go buy a cheap truck. Go buy a cheap vehicle, $4 or $5,000. It doesn't owe you anything, and keep it simple. If you are, you have some substantial assets behind you, then you're in perfect position to go ahead and get a free vehicle or a vehicle that pays you. Like this vehicle is going to pay me. So, I mean, we can do an instant return on this. 27,500 plus 7150 is 34,650. And we can go ahead and equals divided by this number. So I'm getting a 25% return if I had put money down, but basically the government is giving me a free $34,650 to go ahead and invest that into the stock market or to buy a rental property. If you took that $166,130 and you invested that into a BRRRR, say a duplex conversion or a triplex conversion, and you went ahead and refinanced that out after 6 months, you got some cash flow from it. Well, now you're building assets with that same money. This is the goal. The goal isn't just to sit on that money because, again, you're going to lose it to inflation. The goal is to take that money and earn more money with it so you can go ahead and get free vehicles. Anyways, comment down below. Let me know if you're going to use this strategy to go get free vehicles. If you've been doing it before, what other investments you might have used to make this strategy like this. Anyways, thanks everybody. We'll see you next time.